Welcome to Unfiltered Hummingbird. I am your host, Camellia. Hey, we're going to unpack some questions, interview some guests, have a little fun together. Come on, let's get to it. Okay, so welcome back to Unfiltered Hummingbird with Camellia. All right, it's November already, huh? Isn't this something? It's November. And I love November. I love the last quarter of the year. I love the fall colors, the changes of the leaves, the weather. You get to wear warm clothes, cozy socks. I just love that this weather that we're in. Does anybody else? Let me know. Tell me what you love about this season in life, about the weather. So, the topic that I'm going to unpack today is about kindness. It's kindness week. It's kindness month. Okay, so kindness week. There is officially a kindness week. It started November 13th, 1997, and it was started then by a volunteer group. Several humanitarians. These groups came together and they established Kindness Week. November 13th through the 19th is Kindness Week. But hey, I want to take it further than that. Let's go Kindness Month. Let's go Kindness Daily. Let's try to do it daily. Random acts of kindness are so, and they should be genuine, authentic, and a way to express your care and concern for others, not only for your family, but what about the stranger? What about the person you just met at the bus stop? What about the person you just met at the doctor's office? The one who's taking blood from you? What about the nurse? What about that store clerk that you just came in and you were, picking up some snacks? What about that person? What about showing kindness to them? Now, I'm not talking about something big. Kindness can be a smile. Kindness can be a compliment. Kindness can be just an uplifting text message or a phone call. Oh, let's get back to actually talking to each other on the phone where we actually hear each other's voice. I tell you about something that we did. I volunteered with a group of ladies that I hadn't seen in a while, and we volunteered at a food bank, and we were packing boxes of food, sorting them, and helping the people who were in need, shop for these groceries that organizations had donated. And not only were we helping those people who needed the assistance for food, but I got a chance to catch up with some ladies that I haven't seen in a while. And it was so good just to hug their neck, just to see their smile, just to be in their presence. That's kindness to me because they didn't have to come out and volunteer, but they did. Out of what? The kindness of their heart. So let's unpack another thing that kindness is to me. Kindness is not just a reminder, be nice to people, be good to people, but it's a way to transform a person's life. It's an invitation. It's an invitation to spread love, understanding, share empathy, be empathetic with other people in your community or those around you. So let's talk about the true essence of kindness, like what I just shared about getting a chance to volunteer and see some of my friends that I hadn't seen in a while. That was transformative to me. It really made my day. I said that. I said, "Oh, y'all made my day." Now, although I'm sure that the people who were coming in and who were getting those groceries, getting those needs that came into that facility, that was making their day as well. So, not only were they able to come in and get groceries, but they saw smiling faces. They had helping hands, people there to help them along this journey. Because I think that's what kindness is as well, right? Somebody to go along this journey with you. Somebody to have compassion with you, who can express the same type of expressions that you're going through. There's so many different ways that we can give and show kindness to others. And when we do these things, they promote well-being, they strengthen our relationships, and they foster a sense of community. The people who were coming in there, that was like a community. They came into a group of people, a group of volunteers who wanted to help them, made sure that they got their needs met. And it was strengthening their day, making their day. Come on. When's the last time that you really needed somebody to do something for you and you didn't want to ask, but that person called you? Someone called you. Someone came by your house. Someone just made your day. Think about that. When was the last time that not only a random stranger made your day, but when was the last time that you made someone's day? When was the last time? Oh yeah, I had this little great time. I went to the doctor and I was giving blood, and a little lady who was coming in to take my blood, I could tell something was kind of wrong with her. She just seemed down, you know. And I made a joke. I said, "Oh, I hope you could stick me just one time and not stick me several times." Y'all, she turned around and looked at me like, "No, I could do it just fine. It's just not a good day." And I took that as a challenge. I said, "Oh," I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "It's just not a good day. My morning is not going good right now." So I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Your day is not going good right now. What can I do to help you?" And she said, "It's just, I'm going through this. I went through this divorce and my child. It was just," I said, "Oh, I am so sorry." I was very empathetic toward her. And she was having trouble with her daughter. I said, "I know how hard that could be when your children are not acting and responding the way that you raised them to." And she said, "Yes, I don't know what's wrong with her." And I said, "Well, I have an older daughter that was just like that when she was around that same age of your daughter. And I want to give you some hope that it will turn around. They do come to their senses. I don't know why is it that this particular time frame, this like 20 to 28, 29 time frame, it just seems like I don't know." And I told her that. So I wasn't talking to her as if I knew all the answers. I was talking to her as a friend. I said, "But I want to encourage you that it will be all right. She'll come back around." And she looked at me. She said, "I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but thank you so much." She said, "You made my day." And she gave me a hug. Now, I don't know this woman, never seen her before. Like I said, she was just taking my blood. But I saw an opportunity and I took that opportunity. I wanted to make her feel better because It was 9 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I was like, no, you cannot keep going like this. I wanted to encourage her. And the main reason was because I was in that position once before. And I had someone come along beside me and say, it's going to be all right. They're going to come around. Don't worry about it. They're going to come around. It's going to be all right. Now, I know when you say it's going to be all right, what's the next question? Well, how? How? What do I need to do? And listeners, let me tell you, sometimes it's not what you need to do. Sometimes it's what they need to do. But in order for them to do it, we have to get out of our own way. And we just have to let them figure it out. And when we let them figure it out and we're, still on the front seat of their life, praying for them, it always works out. So tell me about your random act. What happened? When did you do something random, a random act for a stranger, not hoping for anything else in return? What happened? How did it turn out? Has it been where you're just overwhelmed at work and someone, a colleague or a peer comes and helps you with your project that you've been struggling with? That's an act of kindness where they lighten your load, they lighten your workload. It helps you professionally. It helps your relationships. It strengthens your working professional relationship because this is your peer coming alongside you and say, let me help you. Isn't that amazing? I've been in the grocery store and I've seen people pay for other people's groceries in the line. It's so beautiful. When I saw a stranger pay for another person's groceries, and when they realized that they were short on money, this random act of this stranger behind them paying for their groceries, it was so moving. And the person who was short of money for their groceries and that stranger paid for it, they were in tears when it happened. Oh yeah, it was so moving. And I'm a big baby. It was so moving. I know tears were rolling down my face too, because I was just like, how beautiful is that? So stories and random acts of kindness, they touch our lives and they transform our lives. They transform our lives. I still remember that today, and it's been years. So, what are some things that you can do? What are some random acts of kindness that you could do? Not only for the kindness week of November 13th through the 19th, but remember I said I want to challenge that. Let's do it all week, all month. How about that? You can volunteer at a local shelter or food bank. You can send a note, mail a handwritten note to family member or a friend or a coworker. Handwritten note. You don't even see handwritten notes anymore, do you? No, now we want a text. But what about not only a handwritten note, what about a voice? What about calling them and leaving them a sweet message, letting them know that I am thinking about you, I am praying for you. I just wanted you to know you were on my mind and how much I love you. Oh my gosh, that would make your day. It would make my day. And then when we're talking about community, you can organize a community event in your neighborhood. Get all your neighbors together. And if you don't know your neighbors, I had an episode where we talked about how to be neighborly. This is your opportunity to be neighborly. Invite all your neighbors and you can go volunteer at a food bank, or you can do everybody bring blankets for the homeless or socks for those who are in nursing homes. Those different things that you can do and make it a community or neighborhood event. You could Be a mentor. Random acts of kindness. You can be a mentor. Mentor someone. You know, support some type of charity that you are passionate about. Support and volunteer at your church. What organization are you passionate about? Or are you a board member on some type of organization? Volunteer there. Offer your services free. Offer your wisdom. I mentioned my aunt used to say borrowed sense. Oh, it's so much better than bought sense. You want to unpack that? Why don't you take my wisdom instead of dealing with the consequences for doing things on your own? Borrowed sense is better than bought sense. Now, kindness. What do you think about when you say kindness? I don't think about anything grand. Kindness is holding the door open for someone when you see somebody coming, you know. Being nice, saying hi to the mailman, saying thank you to the people. If you're home and someone delivers something to your door and you're able to pick it up and they're still on their way back to their truck, saying thank you. Imagine the surprise. Some of them don't even expect you to say anything, but say thank you. Please, thank you. Kindness is contagious. When you show kindness, it inspires others to do the same thing. It creates a chain reaction of being positive, a chain reaction of kindness, a chain reaction of goodness, and it just keeps on going like a domino, right? Like, when you click over a domino and it just keeps on going. That's what we want to spur. I want to spur that kindness matters. It matters. And how you make people feel matters. Listeners, it can really change someone's life, how you make them feel. Some of us still remember how teachers, our high school teachers, our kindergarten teachers, our middle school teachers, we still remember how they made us feel. So your kindness can change someone's life. Let it be for the best. So don't forget to be kind. So remember that kindness can change the world. That's one of my things. I want to change the world. And we change the world not so much as the things that we do, not so much things that we say, but what we do, how we live. Our life should be a life of kindness, a life of kindness. So tell me about your inspiring story, someone who has inspired you and showed you kindness, and someone who has changed your life. Tell me about it.
All right, that's all we have for today. Join me next time on Unfiltered Hummingbird. I am your host, Camellia. Until then, have a blessed day.